Welcome back to Intables, everyone. So the market's crazy today. Vladimir Zelensky came out saying that Ukraine was going to possibly have an attack on Wednesday, and then mentioning that he was being sarcastic, that it is a day of unity. So we had a bounce back in the market, but we are leading to Fed minutes on Wednesday. So how exactly are we supposed to look at the market from here? Are we going to continue on down? Which levels are we looking to see if we can bounce back from? And if we do not bounce back, how exactly do I plan on playing to the market if we do continue on down leading into Fed minutes? And all I ask in return for all of this is you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see my daily updates on exactly how I plan on playing to the market every single day. And also, I do welcome you to the Instables room in the description below. You will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So I'm going to go over and update you guys on SPY and the Qs so you guys can see exactly which levels we're trying to hold if we do continue on down, and if we do continue on up, what exact levels are we trying to break above to have more confirmation on bullish momentum. I'm going to go also with you guys. Now, before I get started, again, if you happen to be interested in intraday perspective breakouts, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again, or news updates that we mentioned throughout the day. Again, we did mention that Ukraine news, amazing run to the downside if you guys did play that. And again, we did also mention exactly when that bounce was about to happen, and sure enough, we did get that bounce. And so again, saving us to the upside if you guys were playing to the downside. Now, again, we will be extending our poll here so you guys can see exactly what our price target would be. Again, this would be our possible bear flag that is playing out here. It looks like it is playing out, but the question is, are we going to continue on down from here, or are we going to bounce back? Again, Fed minutes could be bullish, so we could definitely bounce back on Wednesday, but however, again, Fed minutes is not expected to necessarily be bullish. We could continue on down. I'm going to show you guys what we're looking for here. So again, we're going to grab this pull, we're going to put it over to the right here, connect it to the bottom half of our bear flag here, and again, that would give us our price target. So if we do continue on down below our consolidation that we had today and our lows, as you guys can see, we did confirm that that was a level at 435, and the reason why that is a level is you guys can see we did have consolidation here before when we were leading into Jerome Powell, and sure enough, we did have this bounce today intraday. I'm going to go to the 5-minute real quick so you guys can see what we were looking at throughout the day. As you guys can see, we did continue on down. We did have a bounce midday, looking to see if we can continue on into new highs, but as you guys can see, just as we were looking to see if we can break continue highs, we did have this pullback because of Vladimir Zelensky mentioning, again, that possible attack on Ukraine on Wednesday. Now, as you guys can see, we did have a bounce back, testing our bounce level that we had previously. So we are testing this consolidation that we had to bounce from. Again, we did have this bounce, so it does show us that we still could bounce here. If we do get this 20-moving average to cross back over the 50 here, and we do respect the 20, then we will bounce, in my opinion, and break above our highs that we had midday. And if we do continue on past these highs at 440 and reclaim 440 with that confirmation with the 20-moving average over the 50 here, showing us that bullish momentum on buy pressure, then in my opinion, we could continue on up. But again, we do have Fed minutes on Wednesday, so we could continue on down as well. So again, Fed minutes and rate hikes definitely do affect tech. So I want to make sure we go over the Qs real quick. I'm going to go back to the SPY in a second, but I want to go over the Qs real quick with you guys so you guys can see what we're looking for. On the 5-minute chart, as you guys can see, we also did have a pullback here on tech on Friday, just like we saw on SPY, and we did have a bounce today, and we are now testing our consolidation just like we are on SPY. We had this bounce here, looking to see if we can continue. Now again, tech did hold the strongest today, so if for some reason we do see tech leading the way on the way down, and we do see SPY following tech, then in my opinion, we could continue on down. That would be an intraday play from the 5-minute or the 1-minute chart. But if we're looking at the 4-hour chart on tech here, as you guys can see, very similar to SPY, we are building a possible bear flag and possibly extending here. As you guys can see, we do have our possible bear flag that could be extending here. And again, our price target for the Qs would be here at about 320. As you guys can see, 320 is a very key point that we had a lot of consolidation from. And as you guys can see previously, our major pullback, this is our median within this consolidation that we had on this pullback. So again, there is no surprise that we are going to be bouncing here at 320 if we do continue on down into newer lows that we had from this major pullback leading into Powell. Now I'm going to jump into the 1-minute real quick on the Qs so you guys can see exactly how I played into the Qs. As you guys can see, we did have this extension today, and we had this overextension, and as you guys can see, we did have this consolidation within the Qs, showing us that we were going to possibly break here, and we did break. I did not play this to the upside. Again, we were leading into Fed minutes, so I didn't want to play into the upside. I wanted to play that weakness to the downside if we did get it, and as you guys can see, we had that break. We broke into new highs, and we did have a little bit of chop here, and as you guys can see, we actually broke into lower lows, dropping below our triangle within our bull flag here, giving us this break. Again, that break would be that short-term spike, and sure enough, breaking into new lows. And as soon as that did happen, continued on down into Zelensky and totally cashed out on the day. And again, not exactly hopeful that the market does continue on down. I'm glad that Zelensky was sarcastic and that the play did work out for me and that Zelensky was sarcastic and that we're looking for a bounce back. But again, leading into Fed minutes on Wednesday, what I will be looking for is if we do have a bounce here on the Qs, then I would be looking to see if we can consolidate and get rejected below this 350 level. If we do get over 350, then I definitely would be careful. We could continue on up from here. But if we do get that bearish momentum here at 350, then so I will be swinging into Fed minutes if we do get this spike tomorrow and we do get that rejection at 350 and show us that bearish momentum. And again, that would be predicated on what kind of volume we have at that point in time and what kind of buy pressure we do have at the point in time. But again, that 350 level is exactly wanted to point out here on the Qs. If we come up and we do continue on up on this bounce, then in my opinion, if we do get rejected at 350, again, that rejection that I also played into, then I would be looking for, again, that rejection again leading into Fed minutes. So jumping over to the SPY here, as you guys can see, we are going to be looking for that same thing here. As you guys can see, we do have our 440 level, very similar to QQQ's 350 level. If we do hold below this 440 level leading into Fed minutes, then in my opinion, we could have that bearish momentum and a possible play leading into Fed minutes. I will be playing, depending on which one is more bearish, on SPY or QQQ into the Fed minutes. But again, that is only predicated, again, if we do not hold 440 on the SPY and if we do not hold 350 on the QQQs. Now, as far as which momentum we did end with at the end of the day, as you guys can see on the 5-minute chart, I do like looking at the 5-minute and the 1-minute chart. As you guys can see, we do have our 20-day moving average below our 50, but we have our EMA lines above our MACD and also crossing up here, showing us that bullish momentum on the MACD, showing us that we are in consolidation mode, showing us that we still could continue on up if this 20-day moving average does continue to curl up, just like I mentioned earlier, and we do continue to respect this 20-day moving average, then we could have a bounce here, and then we will be looking for that rejection at 440, or we will continue on past 440 and possibly have a small gap up here to 446, making sure we do stay below 450. If we do continue on past 440 is exactly what I'll be looking for to swing into Fed minutes on Wednesday. But again, making sure we do get that rejection at 440 or 450 is exactly what I'll be looking for that possible swing. And same thing here with the Qs on the 5-minute chart. As you guys can see, we do have our 20-day moving average below our 50, but we also do have our EMA lines above our MACD. And again, tech did hold pretty strong today. So again, we are going to keep that in consideration. If we do continue on up with tech, then I would say it's a little more risky than SPY if tech does continue to hold stronger than SPY like it did today. So again, similar to SPY, we will be looking to see if we can either get rejected below 350, or we will possibly be looking to see if we can get rejected below 355, which is similar to SPY's 450 level. So that's what I'll be looking for here on the Qs, is to see if we do get that rejection to the downside leading into Fed minutes. Now, again, with that said, if you happen to be interested in intraday perspective breakouts, we mentioned pre-market news before market open every single day. Most breakouts have been pre-market news and open. Go to instabulls.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout like that again. And all of you instabulls that have been coming over and supporting the channel, all of you instabulls that have been coming over from the room and supporting the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. Much love to every one of you guys. I will continue to upload every single day on exactly what I plan on doing on the Qs and the SPY. Not necessarily the Qs every single day, but definitely the SPY at least every single day. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help other people find it, and it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.